Baby, you're my ride or die. My bonnet through the night, through the muddy southern.
Okay.
We're back.
It's Scott.
Tiffany.
And it's Gettin'Goff with Gettin'Goff. Another exciting day. Been kind of a tiring week already, hasn't it? It's only 2 days
Second day. Yeah.
into the week. Yeah. Anyways, so hopefully everybody else out there in the world is having a good week. Ours just seems to be stressful. Guess that's what goes with owning your own business, huh? So, starting off with all this, like, what kind of thoughts are you having? Questions?
I don't have any thoughts or questions
That's how I like my women.
that are appropriate.
Yeah. So, kind of go.
Do you have any thoughts or questions?
I always have a ton of thoughts,
You're limited to one,
but my mind is always running at 10,000 miles per hour.
but you're limited to one.
Okay, so starting off, do you believe in cryptids?
Can you explain what cryptids?
Cryptids, yeah.
Cryptids. What are cryptids?
Like Bigfoot, abominable snowman, mythical creatures that go bump in the night.
I mean, I think there are a lot of things that are unexplained. Yeah. I don't know what, I mean, the Loch Ness Monster, I mean, who knows?
Yeah, but don't you think, I mean, we've kind of had an experience.
Yeah.
We think, we don't know, but I mean, I know. So, I mean, before, I kind of think we should elaborate on that story, but
Well,
I think, I mean, like I know a buddy of mine who I used to bounce with, who used to work in the wilderness with his dogs, and he has an experience with what he believes is Bigfoot, and it was here in Idaho.
Well, I used to work with someone. They, I don't know if she had an experience or maybe she knew the people, but they actually, like your mom, and I think you might have given that guy's name, but they actually contact these people and then they make a map of all like the locations.
Sightings?
Yeah. And
well,
then
I know Mom
track the stories.
Says that she has a story.
Yeah.
But my mom has a lot of stories, including an alien story.
Aliens are real. I mean,
no, I know, but she has one as a child.
A lot of people. There is it's on Tubi. It's like Missing 411 or something like that.
Oh yeah, the guy was on Joe Rogan.
About
he was a guest.
The aliens and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was a guest.
Some of those are really, well, even some of them, like the search parties, like never saw anything, and then they come back like weeks later, and then like stuff are like perfectly placed in these areas.
They think they might be like almost like abduction sites, and then people vanish, and then they come back kind of placed back.
Yeah.
Well, the same guy was telling a story about a girl that happened, but like where she like reappeared, she was like had like rolled down the side of the mountain or something, so they don't exactly replace them exactly where they abducted them.
Yeah.
But that's just one story, and again, my mom has her own story to tell. I don't remember it. There was something, I think either there's one when she was a child, I'm not remembering, or she was older, married to my dad when I was a little baby. I don't remember. She can elaborate.
I don't know.
On the story.
I remember growing up, there was a lady we knew that we were friends with, and she had a story. I want to say she was like newly married, and I don't know if she was out in the country or up in the mountains driving, But she just said these lights in the sky kept following her.
Mhm.
Like if she would speed up, it would kind of like it like stayed the same distance with her.
Yeah. Pacer.
Like in the sky, yeah. Above her.
Yeah. I mean, when I was in Northern California, I'm pretty sure I saw something crash once, but it could have been a meteor. I don't know. But as far as aliens, I haven't had any experiences. But with Bigfoot,
I'm sure they're walking around with us.
yeah, lizard people.
Is that what they're called?
Well, okay, so there's technically speaking,
I think
there's like 9 or 10 documented different alien species that they said that they've made contact with on our Earth. And there's different kinds. There's the grays that you like. There's the whites, who are the taller version, like the grays. Then there's like I can't remember all of the different ones, but there's like
I think
ones
there's
that look
ones that look like us.
There's
gotta be.
no, there's humanoid ones, but
Because
they look more like elves.
even in the Bible, he said he created worlds without number.
Yeah. What?
Didn't he? Wasn't that in the Bible? I
don't remember that in the Bible. That might be in the Mormon LDS book or something.
No, it's the Bible.
I don't remember that being in the Bible. Okay. Anyways, but going back to, I didn't really expect us to go on this tangent with aliens, but like Christian and I were researching at one time, and there's 9 different types of aliens that have been seen. There are humanoid ones, some that are friendly, some that are more aggressive. They look like elves. Then there's kind of like the lizardish looking kind alien. But there's, like I said, there's 9 that are considered the types or classifications of aliens. But yeah, and I know you like the grays. Why do you like the grays?
I don't know. I just think they're a little fascinating. Like I would really love to just take a trip to Roswell and just people watch. Go to the museum because people like dress up a little cuckoo.
Okay.
I think it would be enjoyable.
Okay.
But I think even like going to the museum, like,
yeah,
just seeing stuff.
I don't know what they have at the museum.
Probably, pictures from the crash.
Well, they say that they're not crashes; they're loaned to us from alien species.
Well, even that you can't even get across,
Oh yeah,
certain areas and
true.
Yeah.
But going back to the original question, do you believe in cryptids? Do you believe that? I mean, you and I have had experience. Thank God we had a third person who witnessed it with us. In fact, he just sent me something recently about Bigfoot. He's like, see?
Well,
and it was in Idaho.
So that night we experienced it. We were with a big group of people up in the mountains.
We're all camping.
How old was Grayson? It was
like 5 years ago, wasn't it? 4 years ago.
So he was like 6.
It's with my daughter,
5, 6.
My son-in-law and his family. Like, he's got an amazing family. I love his family, and there's like 14 kids in this family, and they're a large family.
They're all very close,
and they're awesome. Like, they're extended family for us. So
yeah,
when we go and hang out with them, it's always a ton of fun.
But you guys were all playing a game around the fire. Dude. And everyone is drinking and doing extracurricular.
Yeah, Ryan, Ricky, and I were fucked up.
Anyway, I hadn't done anything because I had Grayson, who was like 5 or 6.
Yeah, he is littler. Yeah.
And I had the dogs.
I mean, the girls were older because the girls were playing with us.
The girls wanted to stay in place, but yeah. I took Grayson back to the tent at the end of the camp. Yeah. Because everywhere else, they all had their campers. And we just have a tent because we don't
have a camper.
We only go like once a year, so.
Yeah, we can't justify buying something and investing in something that's just going to be parked and not used.
I mean, maybe we would use it if we got one, but most people I see who have campers don't. Except the people around the corner, they're always gone when I go on my walks.
Okay.
Anyway, backtrack. Go.
Good conversation. So
Squirrel.
we do tend to get off task in the direction of our conversations quite a bit. But yes, so we're all partying. We're totally clueless. We're having fun with everybody.
But I had been hearing these noises in the tent with Grayson.
Yeah. Well, the only people that was sleeping in the tent though, in that night, because the girls were sleeping in the camper with Alana and the grandkids.
So, well, I was by myself with him and the dogs until you eventually
I got
made your way over there.
yeah. But I hadn't heard really anything. You've been hearing it the whole time we were doing the partying?
Yes. And I didn't want to leave the tent. I was freaked out. Like I had my knife.
You knew my pistol was right by your head. All you had to do was grab my pistol.
I just had my knife, and even Mala, I don't think she was even hearing anything but Bacon. Like even Bacon was like, Well,
by the time I got to bed, it was hard for me to get her to calm down. You remember? Like I was trying to get her to lay there, and she was definitely something had her attention. But then I heard Edgar out there trying to get his generator or something going.
I mean, by this time it's in the middle of the night because you guys were.
That was 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Who knows what it was? I honestly do not know. We literally started partying the moment we got up that morning and partied all the way through to that next morning.
Yeah, the guys. It was all the guys. The women.
So much.
The women were taking care of the kids and cooking.
Well, they were with us for the most part.
At that night.
Yeah.
Not during the day.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's true. Yeah, us guys were just. Yeah. That was one of the best trips I've ever had. It was so much fun, and I've wanted to do another one like that again, and just haven't. Anyways, so we're all in. I finally get to bed. We hear noise.
I had already been hearing it forever.
So tell me what were you hearing before I got there?
Like big crashing noises, like up in the trees, which sounded. It probably wasn't close, but it sounded like it was like right behind it, and then like a thud, like a big thud. Well,
what caught my attention was an Edgar,
and it sounded close enough that I was like, oh my god, I want something thrown on the tent. Like I'm not in a camper.
It legit sounded like a boulder was thrown against a tree.
Yeah.
And it wasn't at a low height. It was literally like.
And they were like crash down thud.
Yeah, no, it was heavy. Yeah. So it wasn't a small boulder. We didn't see them because of course this is at nighttime.
I'm not investigating. Yeah. Do not investigate.
Yeah.
I've watched enough scary movies.
But I had climbed into the tent. You really didn't even say anything. I thought you were asleep.
No.
And I'm laying there.
Stiff as a board.
Well, I'm trying to kind of go to sleep because anyways, you can hear something going on in the trees. And then you hear I'm telling you, it was like, it sounded like something crashing through the branches, hits the side of the tree, falls 10, 15 feet, and then hits the ground. So it was like a boulder was thrown and hit against the tree at a great height and then crashed on the ground. Like from the weight of what it sounded like, it could not have been I'm a strong guy and I can't throw a freaking 60-pound boulder 15 feet against a tree in the air. Like it sounded like that, didn't it?
It did, but
I mean, there's a whole nother witness too.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like
we got up in the morning, we were telling our story, and everyone thinks we're
fucking nuts, except for.
And then Edgar,
he goes, I heard it too. It terrified me.
He said he stopped working on the generator when
went inside. Yeah. I'm like, that's awesome. We're the only one in a tent.
Well, we were both on that side.
Yeah.
Because they were right next to us.
We were right. Yep. We were right next to Edgar. And then we wait, is that the trip where
we crashed in the razor?
Yeah, and I had my
Yes.
foot all cut.
I
That was
was
such an
just
epic-
so glad we didn't keep going like down.
Yeah. Well, it rolled. I mean, but
It rolled.
landed on my side. That was the best part. If we didn't crash, I would have been so bored.
It was just when Celia had the dog and she's like,
Yeah. Well, we had to jump down. We're trying not to. Didn't like Steve jump down? He like slid down.
Yeah. Well, we had to climb up.
Yep. Over the
get
top,
out.
and then we were trying to help you guys down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't think anything was gonna happen, so I was wearing flip flops, and that's what lacerated my fucking foot. And I was blood, and I'm like, nice.
Well,
This was fun.
because we were the only one that rolled. All the other ones didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
But anyways, so going back to the story though, like I'm telling you, there was something, and I remember grabbing my pistol. I like peeked my head out, but it was pitch black. Could not see anything.
Oh yeah.
Bacon was not happy, and I got her to calm down and lay down next to me, and got her to sleep. So thank God again the next day Edgar verified it. But of recent, there was an article that was published
here in Idaho.
And yeah, did I send it to you?
No, I saw a little blurb about it.
Well, Edgar sent it to me. In Idaho, a bunch of teenagers were doing a camp, like a weekend camping thing. It was like 3 or 4 day trip, and they said at one of the nights they started noticing something was like surrounding their camp. And then
I've heard that.
Yeah, and then
with other stories,
like the next day, or the next night, like 3 of them went out, and there was a large creature, or they were being surrounded by several large creatures, but one of them had a firearm and fired at them and scared them away. And then they reported to authorities, and authorities responded and said that from what they can tell, they believe the story, that it was a true story. There's just no documentation of them hitting one, or other than the account that they recounted to the law enforcement, and the fact that it was like 8 people that had experienced this. So yeah.
What was I don't think you ever told the story of your one friend with the dog.
Well, I can't remember the whole story.
I thought
he had 2 dogs.
I thought they were walking and something was throwing boulders.
Yes.
Or something.
So he had 2. So I can't remember what Harris said that he used to do, but he used to work in like the deep woods of Idaho. And I don't know if he had to go in there to track or whatever he had to do, but he had to leave his truck, go down into a ravine, and he was at a section where his dogs got aggressive and were like on the defense, and they started to go up this hill. I'm trying to remember the story. I'm probably misremembering it. Yeah, from what he told me, and this is years and years ago. Anyways, something was throwing boulders again. That's the only reason why I could think that what we experienced had to have been boulders.
Oh, I think his dogs stopped. They didn't want to continue.
Because it was hurling boulders. Like he said that, I mean, good 50, 60 pound boulders. He said he was hurling them, and they were landing precisely within like 3 to 5 feet of the animals and him. And the farther up they went, another one would land right exactly precisely 3 to 5 feet away from them. So it got to the point where he's like, okay, something is, hurling these, or, it's a projectile, something is sending these boulders, but it's so accurate. And after the 3rd or 4th one he told me, they stopped, and it freaked him out so bad because it was just so accurate that they backtracked and went right back to the truck and left. But this is, I know he 100% fully believes in Bigfoot. So, and that was one of the stories I was like, dude, seriously? He's like, dude, it was one of the scariest things, especially because it wasn't trying to hurt them, but it was definitely warning them.
Wanting him to stop continuing.
Warning him to turn around and to leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we've had, I'm telling you, we experienced
Well, your mom and Dave,
Well, mom, yeah, she's pretty sure
Well, I think
she
something
saw
happened
one.
with Dave too when he took the dogs out at night. I thought.
I think with that was wolves or something though.
Oh.
But I don't remember. They've got different stories because they go camping a lot.
Yeah, and it's usually just those two.
Yeah, and they'll go. I mean, they'll go deep country, and they'll just don't they call it dry camp?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they dry camp. So there's like no amenities. It's just what they have with them. They don't soft top. They always do their RV, so they always have wherever they can get their vehicle in. But yeah, they've got some experiences. But again, my mom's got quite a few experiences. But yeah. So is that a yes?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about Yetis.
Well, no, I was just a cryptid in general. Like I listened to this other podcast that
I'm sure someone who lives in an area where there's, it's cold all the time will probably have something.
yeah. Well, there's this one where because they're called Sasquatch,
You
but
gotta think because it's so vast. Like we haven't been. Same with the mountains. We haven't been.
yeah. Well, again, this podcast I was listening to that comes out every. Well, they've been inconsistent, but they come out every Thursday. Theories of a Third Eye or something like that. I can't remember the exact name of it, but they're a really fun podcast, and they come out once a week. But they were talking about how when Mount St. Helens in Washington blew, that there was a sighting of they call it the bat squatch or something, or it's like the bat Bigfoot or something. So there's like basically it's like a Bigfoot with big ass bat wings, and it didn't show or was never discovered until after the volcano blew, Mount St. Helens,
How they discover it?
because then they started having sightings. So they don't know if it had something to
Like
do with
unearthed something.
yeah, from the explosion.
I can see that.
And then I guess there's only been a few
When
sightings,
the world is
but it's
how
not
old?
confirmed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, not saying, but this thing they said it had like a 9-foot bat wingspan. Like it was, I guess the wingspan was as big as it was tall. Yeah, and they said that when it flew off, it like had a hard pound and press off the ground when it flew. But I mean, again, those are sightings, and there's no actual visible proof. But still, kind of fun. I don't think I'd want to see something like that. It'd be like Jeepers Creepers.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be like that giant bat thing coming flying down at you.
That's what I was trying to think. I'm like, there was something in a movie like that.
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
But it was still in body parts and replacing it.
I know, the scarecrow.
In the
field.
The very last piece was the guy's balls. That was literally the whole ending credit was it got and recovered all the body parts, and the last piece was the guy's dick and balls.
Twigs and berries.
Yeah,
so you like.
That's what's kind of funny about the whole Jeepers Creepers thing. But, anyways, so
well, okay. I don't know what I was just spewed out of my mouth before that.
You're spewing out of your mouth.
I don't know what I said.
Just swallow it.
Anyway, on that note, do you believe in ghosts?
Do you believe in magic? Do I believe in ghosts? Oh, yes, I do. And I have experienced many situations. And you know the one that scared the fuck out of me and Ox. Okay. So back when I was bouncing downtown, I was at the local gentleman's club, strip club. I was there for 10 years. I don't know how many years in I'd been there, but it was very well known for being haunted. There's all these stories that it used to be a like secret gambling ring.
Well, it was very creepy downstairs.
Oh, you always had a vibe. Always.
Well, I remember
every time you go down, you'd feel
when you were the
general manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went down there to help you like organize something.
And
I just felt like I was like being watched.
Always. It was creepy as fuck downstairs.
Yeah.
But this one night, Ox and I, he's another big guy. We were big bouncers. We had gotten all the girls out of the building. We got all the customers out of the building. We were closing up. We were cleaning up. I mean, at this time, Ox and I had both already. I know we had already checked the back rooms and stuff, so we knew there was no one there. And then we're at the bar waiting for Chad to finish counting his till. And I mean, Ox and I we literally had finished everything. Like, we didn't have to do any dishes, put away any liquor. Everything was already done. So we were just sitting there at the bar waiting for Chad and just bullshitting with him. And we hear something in the back room. And I looked at Ox. I was like, dude, didn't you check the back? And like, I know I'm pretty sure I had checked it. I was like, didn't you check the back? You sure it's clear? He goes, I'm pretty sure it's clear, but maybe someone's hid in there and was sneaking around or something. Is what we thought. So anyways, there's 2 levels to the, well, actually there's like 3 levels, but on the main floor from the bar, you had stairs to go up onto a second level.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could go into the dressing rooms, private booths, things like that. Pool tables, yeah. And the more tables so people can sit and talk, and couches, all kinds of stuff. And a shower room stuff. But anyways, so Ox and I are like, okay, that's odd. Maybe someone hid.
Yeah.
So let's go check it out. Chad's finishing his thing, so he's whatever. So anyways, Ox and I go up onto the second landing. And I mean, it's not very big. I mean, from the stairs that we were at to the back dressing room door that takes us down to the office and to one of the dressing rooms was maybe 40 to 50 feet.
It's it's not.
Yeah, it wasn't that far.
There's not a ton of room in that place.
But we had to walk around the pool table, like one pool table to come around. Anyways, I'm behind Ox, and as we're walking around the pool table to go into the back room, he says he also heard it, but I heard a woman's voice speaking to Ox and I between us. So it's myself, the voice, and Ox. Ox and I both froze. I mean, I am not kidding. We froze, and I at the same time. So I knew he heard it at the same time I did. There's no way that we both reacted. And I was like, Ox, did you hear that? And he's, I am not kidding. So Ox, it's like one of the funniest things ever, but Ox is bald. And I watched his goosebumps. I watched his head go bumpy. Like I watched the chills go up his back of his head. And I was like, holy fuck. And he's like, yeah, I heard that. I was like, what'd it say? And he's like, I don't know. It just spoke. I just heard a woman's voice. And he said it was behind me. And I said, dude, I know, because it was in front of me. And we don't know what she said. Like, to this day, we don't know what she said. But we heard a very distinct voice speak out. But we didn't expect it. So we didn't retain what was said, if that makes sense. But, I mean, talking about having the chills go up your face, watching the chills go up his freaking back of his head. And what's so funny is Ox is he's such a tough guy, but he's such a chicken shit. Like, for supernatural shit, he is freaked the fuck out. So we're like, what the fuck? So we're really freaked out by this, because it was definitely an unbodied voice speaking between us. So we hurried up and went back into the back, checked around, make sure there's no one there. Went back over to Chad, told Chad what happened. We're like, dude, we need to get the fuck out of here now. And Chad went down, dropped his bags, and we all left. And Ox and I sat in the parking lot like, dude, I can't believe that just happened. I've never had anything weird like that happen. And Ox and I also experienced a whole nother experience too, and it's a brief story. But we used to have to go downstairs because the safe was in the floor. And for a while there, after that disembodied voice had happened, Ox and I didn't go downstairs alone ever, because like, we were being the biggest pussies in the world, because that shit.
Huge grown ass men.
But there was, we're huge and grown ass men who can beat the shit out of something we can touch. There was nothing we could touch. Anyways, so we had to go downstairs, drop the bags in the safe, and then go back upstairs. Well, I'm going upstairs before Ox, and I can't remember what Ox. I think Ox was locking the door to the office or something, closing it, locking it, and something happened. Like he felt a force push against the door, and he turned around. And this, I'm telling you, my shoulders were as wide as the stairs were, so there's no space for multiple people to go up and down the stairs, one at a time. That's it. Ox fucking pushed at me out of the way, jammed himself up, forced himself up, and ran up the stairs and ran out. I was like, what the fuck was that? So I booked it because if Ox is running, I'm not fucking staying. So I jammed out. And I'm like, what happened? And he told me that something pushed against him and forced the door closed, which would only be he and I. Nobody else was in that office. Nobody.
Yeah.
And he said it freaked him the fuck out, and all he wanted to do was get out, and I was in his way.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude. So
He left you.
I've got more stories, but those are the only two I'm going to tell.
You just got to beat the one behind you.
Well, fuck. Man, that was... I mean, I got actually another funny story to tell, but I'll let you tell one if you've got one. But anyways, those are my two stories with the ghosts. So, have you got a story?
I mean, growing up, we were taught kind of like the spirit world is like among us, which I do believe. Like, I don't think it's like they go to a different place.
Yeah, I think it's our body's
here.
energy.
We just can't. Yeah. I mean, my experience, it could have been a dream, but it was so vivid. It was really soon after my mother had passed away.
Oh?
Yeah, it was here in the house.
We've never had any experiences in this house.
And I was in bed.
Where was I?
You might have camped downstairs with the kids.
Grayson?
Yeah.
Kids.
But I would just remember I was in bed, and I think something had woken me up, and I woke up, and I remember she came over to the bed, and she like got my face, and she always like kissed my cheeks, and that's what she did.
Oh.
But it was like she was so vivid. Like I don't think it was a dream or anything.
Yeah.
Like something woke me up.
Yeah.
And she was there.
Well.
But also I do remember, who knows, because I mean, when she passed, she was a little delirious, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, she passed at home, but she was on hospice. But I wasn't there. I heard this from my siblings. But she kept saying, like, to them when they were there, they're like, can you please tell them to keep the noise down? They're so loud. So I think like people were like waiting for her to cross over. Like they said she said that multiple times.
So she was a time.
And then Will even said that he saw like shadows.
Yeah.
But I wasn't there, so I don't know. But that's what they said.
So who do you think would receive your mom? Been there to receive your mom?
I'm sure her dad and mom.
Oh, had your grandma Bowser died by then?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember when she passed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, last time we saw her was like the luau, I think.
And my grandfather, her dad, he passed away in the mountains on the family reunion.
Oh.
Heart attack.
That'd be a memorable family reunion.
Yeah.
Couldn't forget that one, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if they went to that one or not.
Gotcha. Well,
so that's my stories.
So yeah, so we
I
both
don't have like.
So we believe in cryptids and we believe in ghosts.
I'm open.
Yeah, so am I.
I just think we're a little blip in
a big world, big things, universe.
So
yeah, I do have to. I gotta share one funny story. Just thinking about the whole running thing.
Running.
Yeah, well,
up the stairs.
It'll make sense. Yes, because having Ox just run right through me like you did,
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, what the hell? And I'm like, I'm not sticking around.
Yeah.
So like in horror movies, like the person that sticks around is the guy that dies. That's kind of like one of the rules.
Or the guy who goes and looks.
Yeah.
What's up?
That's the one or they always go and look without being prepared. I always go with a pistol or a weapon of some sort. So I'm always prepared.
But I don't think my knife would have been big enough against Bigfoot.
No, I know, but I go pretty much always prepared or weaponized in some form. But this is back when I was a teenager. We're living in Northern California, and we're on the military base. And the military base had Hamilton Air Force Base was really big, and they had an airfield and everything like that. But there was a big section of the base that was like old and abandoned. And they had bunkers and stuff like that. Excuse me, I got hiccups. Anyways, my dad and I used to run an exact 3-mile route. And
Your dad used to run?
Yeah, he used to run with me all the time.
Oh.
I literally would run, back in the day, I ran 9 miles a day. I would run 3 miles in the morning, come home from work out, and run. And then I'd run again.
How old were you then?
17, 18.
Oh.
Yeah. Before my knees got trashed. And
You're probably nice and fit back then.
Oh, yeah, I had like no body fat.
No wonder all the women wanted you.
I wouldn't say they all wanted me, but I was pretty smooth. Anyways, yeah. I worked out to get laid, to be honest.
Okay, anyway.
That's what I did.
Move along.
Anyways, this particular time, my dad, he was at home. He wasn't, off on another duty station or training or whatever. So he was actually home, and he was running with me, and we used to run this course. I mean, all the time. This is the same route. Anyways, it never happened to us before, but this one particular time, and it was super late at night. We're in the backside of the base where there's no lighting. It's like dark. Then there's, a random light, and then it was dark again. You know what I mean? What?
I can't do it, man. Well, and you're in the city too, so like you don't get like the natural light from like. No. Yeah.
Well, this is more close. This is actually more off the bay, because the base is off the backside part of the bay of San Francisco Bay. Anyways, but we'd run, and it was awesome. It was an awesome route. I mean, it was beautiful. I always had fun. But my dad and I are running, and I remember something swooped us. I remember something weird.
What?
Something swooped us.
Swooped?
I'll explain.
It's that flying Bigfoot.
No. No, but they, anyway, something had swooped us, but I didn't really pay attention.
Trying to get your balls.
I know. I didn't really see or know what it was. But my dad is a big guy. And back then he was fit because he used to train and teach hand-to-hand combat and was a survival instructor for the military. So anyways, my dad just smoked it. I mean, just hightailed fucking booked it. I'm like,
he left his son.
He did.
What?
No, 100%. I was like, what the fuck? And back then I was fast, but like, and I didn't have all my same injuries and stuff. So I booked it. I'm not sticking around. Like if my dad's going to just haul ass and take off, I am not staying, to find out whatever it was.
He didn't even say anything like.
No, he just took off.
Move.
No, it was literally like whatever happened, my dad was gone. So I'm like, oh shit. I'm not going to be the guy that gets killed in the horror movie. So I just smoke it. And I go as fast as I can. And I don't know what it is that scared my dad, but my heart's going crazy and my adrenaline's going and I don't give a fuck. And I am running faster than I've ever ran in my life. Next thing you know, I'm like seriously pacing my dad. I see, like, here's my dad, here's me. I passed my dad. I didn't even stop. No, I did. I caught up to him and then I passed him and I kept going. And I kept going until I was freaking done. And then I stopped. And I turn around and my dad finally catches up to me. And I'm like, why did you take off? What happened? And he goes, why did you take off? I said, because I'm not sticking around if something is going to scare you, who's Mr. Military hand-to-hand combat instructor, and you're not sticking around, I'm not sticking around. Anyways, he goes, yeah, didn't you see that bat swoop us? I'm like, no, I didn't even.
It was a bat?
It was an owl. He said a big ass owl.
We had owls.
Yeah, but they were big. Yeah, they were big. Anyways, it startled him because it swooped at us, and apparently he saw it. I didn't really see it, and I was like, but I'd seen owls, so I wasn't really too freaked out.
Its eyes were probably trained on something on the ground it saw.
Yeah, oh, I don't know, but it startled my dad, and he took off, and I wasn't sticking around. But yeah, that was one of those times when I found out I was faster than my dad, and I was also found out I'm not dumb, so I was gonna live that night. Yeah, no, I did. My dad smoked me, and I actually caught him and then outran him. I was not staying. There was no way. Yeah.
Gosh, that's funny. That's a funny story.
Yeah, I thought I told you that before, but
I don't think so.
Yeah, my dad, he thinks it's funny because he said he got scared, and then next thing you know, he hears, and it's me, and I just passed him. Yeah, he'll tell you the same story. He's like, man, my son he just passed me, and I didn't stay.
He left you.
No, I know, but when I say that I passed him, I didn't pass him and then stop. I passed him and kept running. Like, I kept going. I was like, I'm gonna make my way home in a full sprint if I have to. But I got so tired. I was like, because I burned all my energy outrunning my dad. But yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess that's a good way to end it. Having it's a little bit of humor. But
story.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for getting off with Gettin'Goff. And
till next time.
Yeah, till next time. I hope you guys have a great day and great week. Peace.
Baby, you're my ride or die, my bonnet through the night, through the muddy southern roads, and I